we're at such an impasse of people with different points of view being able to talk to each other. So Professor Harold, I went and listened to your comments on YouTube of the talk you gave in 2016 at the Free Speech Symposium that was sponsored by UVA Law School. And I just have to read a quote from that because I was so impressed by it. But I'm also really curious if, given the events, you've changed your mind. Because you were so strong in that about, and I was so impressed about how in your classroom you want everyone to be free to speak up, even if they don't agree with each other or with you, because you felt that that way you would have an idea of what they were thinking. And so you had said at that forum, you said, at the end of the day, I embrace free speech, and limiting free speech and censoring free speech is very dangerous. And to me, it's very scary, because it circumscribes our robust democracy. So I'm wondering if you had a Jason Kessler in your class, or someone who had those views, and how are we going to deal with people coming to campus who have those views, and allowing the other students to engage with those students and those people who want to speak about what they're thinking about? How does this now apply to our community and our university?
I'm going to get that YouTube removed. I get the crazy, yeah, people call and they want to invite me to places I would never be caught dead going. Let me put that in context. I teach a class called Black Fire.
Right.
It's 250 students. My Black students often tell me that my class has been gentrified. So I teach a very diverse class with different opinions. I want people to talk. I actually don't think the Jason Kessler thing is a free speech issue. So I have a different view. Right. Robust debate and conversation is important. But my understanding of that is really not based on free speech. It's based on a guy out of Great Barrington, Massachusetts, named W.B. Du Bois, and he's battling with Booker T. Washington, and he's having conversations about how do we push democracy with the small d forward in terms of African Americans. There has to be conversation. When I'm thinking about censorship, I'm thinking about censorship sometimes within that context. So that's an interesting speech, and that's an interesting space that I was in. I think talking about free speech and talking about robust conversations in a different way than actually, I think it was the Jefferson Society or the Free than they were imagining. And I know I'm not answering your question, but I do want people to have a certain conversation. I think what's important to also understand is, and I think Bonnie Gordon brings this up in her essay, I understand the limits of education. I understand that you can have a Jason Kessler and a Richard Spencer in your class and they're going to still do what they do. Because it's about political power. So that's kind of how I would respond to the question. Maybe we can have a deeper conversation later, but yeah. And I can get that video off of YouTube.